Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I wanted to do this video because, I've been getting emails from people. They hit me up and they're like, yo, Mr. Locario, what's up with this open marriage thing? Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Like, what's the point of marriage in the first place? And, if you get married, it makes no sense because your girl's going to take half your shit if you get divorced and all this other stuff, right? Now, see, I've said on plenty of occasions that there is no point to marriage. There isn't. Right? What I say is basically the same shit that you do when you're not married, you can do when you are married. So there's really no point. The only difference is let's say if you get divorced, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff you have to go through, with all this other craziness, right? So since there is no point, people are like, so Mr. Locario, why are you married? Why would you get married if you're saying there is no point to marriage, right? Now, what you got to understand is this, and I've talked about this before, is that a skilled person lives on two levels. I'm going to get a little bit deep in this audio, and usually I don't like to get this personal, but, I feel like I need to get a little bit more personal so you guys can understand the bigger picture, so it will help some of you guys out there. Now, before I even say anything else, I want to say this, is that me being married, it's a very, unique, very different situation than most people are going to find themselves in, and especially most guys. And this is why I tell most of you guys out there that, unless you're in a certain situation, or unless you meet a specific type of woman, you shouldn't be getting married at all. Because it's rare that you'll find a woman who's worth marrying. Fuck it. It's rare that you'll find a woman that's worth being your girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is this, is that, when it comes to me personally, right? People always say, why'd you get married? Why are you in an open relationship and this and this and that? Now, again, like I was saying earlier, is that a skilled person lives on two levels, right? And, I actually heard that phrase from a philosopher named Alan Watts, who's very good. You guys should listen to his shit on YouTube. But basically what that means is that you live in the world, but you're not really of the world, meaning like you understand reality, you understand things that's going on every day and all this other shit. But you yourself, you're not really, bound by the everyday things of life. You're sort of above the shit, right? So why am I even bringing this up, right? So the reason why I'm bringing this up is this, and all this is going to connect, and you'll see what I'm saying, is that the way that I live on two different levels. Meaning, I do everyday shit like everybody else. But a lot of everyday shit doesn't really mean much to me. But see, since I'm doing everyday stuff with other everyday people, some of this everyday stuff means something to other people. So some other people aren't living on two levels like I'm living on. So what this means is that things that seem important to most people aren't as important to me. See, I'm talking about me personally. This is why I'm saying this is some personal stuff, but this can also help many of you in your situations. So let's get to this whole marriage thing. Why are you in an open relationship? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Right? See, the argument that most guys have is this. They're like, marriage is stupid because, you're going to get divorced, and, this is why I'm MGTOW, and this is why I don't get with women, because it's stupid and it's dumb, and you're only going to be with women because you feel like you need women, and you're scared to be by yourself, and yada, 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 right? And so, the thing is that I love being with women. I have a great time being with women. And so when I got with my wife, and by the way, we've been together for 11 years, happy as shit. There's no signs of divorce anywhere in the future, but you never know because anything could happen, right? So you're probably thinking, damn, Mr. Locario, why in the fuck are you not only married, but you're in an open marriage? I mean, how do you deal with other guys fucking your wife or having sex with your wife? And, I always answer that question with the same question. I say, how do you deal with the woman you're dating fucking other guys? Or how do you deal with your girlfriend fucking other guys? And so a lot of guys, they're under this illusion that that's not happening with them. See, the difference between me and a guy who is dating a chick or who's in a monogamous relationship is I know my chick is fucking other dudes. You think your chick is not. You understand what I'm saying? And even if your chick hasn't, at some point she will, because she's going to meet a guy like me. And when I say a guy like me, I'm talking about a guy who is, who has those player bones in his body. A guy who knows how to seduce women. So your girl is not safe just by the thought of monogamy. So this is this big thing that guys sort of like get into their minds. They're like, oh, I could never, have my girl be fucking and sucking some dude and then come home to me. Well, my nigga, you have no choice. Because most of these women out here got y'all food. Because, listen, I've said this before. A lot of the women that I've had sex with in my life had boyfriends, had husbands. And even if a girl isn't your girlfriend, the girl you're dating, yes, the girl you met last week that you went on a date with is fucking other dudes. So really, it's the same shit, but it's labeled different things. So you're like, oh, well, that's not my girl, because if it was my girl, if it was my wife, or if it was my girlfriend, right? But again, these are these labels, and this is what I'm talking about earlier about living on two different levels. See, on one level, I understand the label. You're like, well, this is my girlfriend, this is my wife, this is the girl I'm dating, this is my fuck buddy, whatever it is, right? But on the second level, all of that shit means nothing. Calling a girl your fuck buddy, your girlfriend, your wife, the girl you're dating, means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. And see, this is the part that most guys don't understand, because they are living life on one level. And so when you live life on that one level, you only see things in one way, and then you can't see the bigger picture. This is why guys get mad when I say, oh, your girl is fucking other dudes. They like, no, it can't be, never. Because the thing you're trying to avoid is unavoidable. Yes, you're a girl too. And if you don't have a girl, your future girl, whatever girl you're getting with, if it hasn't happened yet, it will happen soon, right? So the thing is, when we talk about these labels, right? What happens is that you guys get confused and think, well, I'm in this monogamous relationship with this girl, this is my girlfriend, and since we are monogamous, then she's not cheating on me, and she's not fucking any other guys. But since you're in an open relationship, Mr. Locario, your girl is having sex with other men, but mine's is not, because we're monogamous. See, the word you choose it's no match for nature. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what that means is that you can say you and your girl are monogamous, and I could meet your girlfriend, get her wet, and be fucking her. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no force field around her pussy because you claim you're monogamous. You understand? This is why there's so many people who end up cheating. This is why you have websites like Ashley Madison that exists. Or that existed. I don't even know if it's still up. I got to double check. But Ashley Madison was basically a website for people who are in monogamous relationships to cheat discreetly. Now that website made a shitload of money. Now, why would a website like that make a shitload of money unless there's a bunch of motherfuckers cheating? So the thing is that, you like feeling weird about an open relationship is you and trying to compare it to a monogamous relationship and saying like, oh my God, like I could never, do that, or this could never happen to me. As far as your girl fucking another dude, you are living in an illusion. Okay. And this is the thing that I want to get across to you. Now, of course, there's exceptions. Of course, there's probably some girl who has a boyfriend and she's never cheated on him. You understand? They've probably been together for years and all that other stuff. But in most cases, the chick is cheating, right? Now, let's get to the point of me being in this open marriage. You understand? And I just want you to remember all the things I was talking about earlier about living on two levels, about labels. You understand? About this whole shit. Right? So now what happened is, and this will go to show why, a lot of guys are scared to be in a relationship with a woman, or why a lot of guys go MGTOW and all this other stuff, right? And let me start with that first. A lot of guys, who are MGTOW and who claim MGTOW and all this other stuff, they'll say, I'm MGTOW because I'm rejecting the thought process of being a husband and having a wife and all this other stuff. But, MGTOWs is all about going their own way. Now, the thing is, no one is forcing you to get married to a woman. So if one of your reasons, because I know, MGTOWs claim there's a million other reasons why they're MGTOW and what MGTOW is about and all this other stuff. But, one of them that I've seen around and that I've read on these MGTOW sites has to do with, hey, I'm rejecting the expectation of me being a man and having a wife and kid and all this other stuff. But guess what? You don't have to do that, right? But see, this is the thing though. The reason why a lot of MGTOWs are MGTOW, you understand? And the reason why a lot of these guys are like this is because they don't know how to manage a relationship with a woman. And what I mean by this is that the fear that you're having generally of what a woman might do or the thing she's going to make happen, right? It's directly correlated with the fact that you don't know how to manage a relationship with a woman and you don't know how to choose the type of woman to be with. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know how to manage a relationship with a woman, and you don't know how to choose the type of woman to actually be with if you're going to actually be with a woman in a long-term relationship. You understand? Because truth be told, what happens is a lot of guys end up dealing with women and, getting with them in long-term relationships and also getting married purely off of pussy. You understand? Meaning you have a guy who doesn't have that much game, right? He meets some girl, maybe, I don't know, high school, college, whatever, or somebody hooks him up, maybe through a social circle or something. And then what happens is that he wants sex, right? So then, he gets the sex and all that stuff, right? So then he ends up, like having sex with the girl. And then what happens is that since he likes sex so much and he wants the sex, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to stay with this girl because she keeps giving me sex. Then that girl he's dating who's just, basically giving him sex ends up becoming his girlfriend. And he's like, okay, well, we're girlfriend and boyfriend now. Then that woman who's just giving him sex ends up becoming his wife. And mind you, throughout this whole situation, throughout this whole time, throughout this whole progression, his main reason for even dealing with this girl, even though she's, you know, a bitch, even though she's on some goofy shit, even though she's, you know, whack, was the easy access to sex. And then he's married her, or he's, you know, been in this committed relationship with her mainly because of being kept around for the sex. You understand? Now, there's situations where he, you know, he probably has feelings for her, he likes her and all this other stuff, but it's mainly sex. And the reason why I say it's mainly sex is because there's really nothing else she's offering. There's really nothing else she is giving him, right? So therefore, when he gets married to her, right, he ends up giving her a whole, like, half his shit. But she didn't give him anything. She didn't build anything with him. There was nothing that she did in order to earn that half that she took. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I say, for most of you guys, it doesn't make sense for you to get married, because what you'll be marrying is a woman who hasn't done shit for you. Right? So this brings me to me, Mr. Locario. So why did Mr. Locario marry the woman he's married to? Right? Now again, we got to think about everything I've been talking about. Living on two levels, the whole labels thing, and now we're talking about why I decided to marry the woman I'm married to and be in this open relationship. Right? So we just talked about how these guys marry women who don't do anything for them, and then therefore they end up getting married, they end up getting divorced, and then they end up giving the woman half the shit. Now, in my personal situation, right, what I've done, or what happened in my situation, was everything that you guys, you know, enjoy as far as the game from Mr. Locario, my wife helped me put all of that shit together. Right? So this is before we were married. This is before we were, like, you know, even in a serious, like, relationship. Right? So me and my wife has been together almost 11 years now, 10, 11 years, right? So through these 10, 11 years, and you know, I put a video out a while ago where I said, you know, don't marry a woman until you've been with her at least 5 to 10 years, because you got to see what this girl's about, see what she's bringing to the table, see what the deal is, right? So me and my wife been together for almost 10 or 11 years, right? I think it's 11 at this point. So my wife helped me edit all of my books. She helped me edit How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. And not even help, she basically edited the whole damn thing. I wrote it, and she edited the whole book. How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, she edited it. The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, she edited the book. Right? My book for women, It's Your Fault You're Single, she edited that book. Right? A lot of the programs that I have on the Bad Boy membership, all the covers and all that, she helped me put that together through Photoshop and all these other things. All of the emails that I had to send to different companies, to different places, she did those emails. She sent those emails. When I had to run errands, she ran the errands for me. You understand? When I had to do lectures and put things together, she organized the materials that I was going to use. When I had to write up contracts for certain things, she basically helped me write the contracts and edited the contracts. You understand? So all the money that I've gotten through this, through the coaching, through the service that I give, right? She put in time, energy, and work for it. So what happened was that when we were together, you know, for them, let's say the first 3 or 4 years or whatever, you know, she was like, hey, you know, like, I want to be with you, whatever. And by the way, this is how it all started. Me and her were dating, and, you know, for, I think, maybe almost a year. And then she said to me, hey, you know, I really like you. I want to be with you. So I'm the one who said to her, not the other way around. I'm the one who said to her, because a lot of guys be thinking, oh, they're like, oh, women, they'll go for the open relationship thing because they're with the hypergamy and they don't really like you, so they're waiting for, some other guy to come so that they can, do all this other stuff. Now, she didn't ask me to be in an open relationship. I said to her, I want to be in an open relationship. You understand what I'm saying? I brought that up, right? So she was like, okay, cool, yeah, let's do the open relationship thing, right? So we were together. It was going on 4 years. And she's like, oh, I want to be your fiance, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hold on. I'm still evaluating. I'm still seeing what's going on with this. But within all that time, I was racking up her points. Okay, she's done this, she's done that, she's done this, she's done that, right? So now, as the 5th year is coming, and the 6 years coming, and she still wants to get married. At this point, I'm like, hold on, let me still think about it, because what I was doing was this. And remember, what I'm talking about, living on 2 levels. The one level being the labels of girlfriend, wife, whatever it is. And then on another level, being beyond that, or being, rising above that and realizing that the labels don't really mean shit. Now, to me, I'm living on those 2 levels. To my wife, she's not living on the 2 levels. She's living on the 1 level, right? So to her, the label of wife is important to her, right? To me, the label of wife doesn't really mean shit to me. It's the same shit as if we're boyfriend and girlfriend, fuck buddy. It's all the same shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's literally the same thing that's happening in the actual thing. You understand? If you see a married couple walking down the street holding hands, it will look exactly like a couple that's not married holding hands. The only thing that'll be different is maybe you'll see a ring. If you didn't look at the ring, it'll be the same action. A couple who is not married having sex is the same thing as a couple who is married having sex. A couple who isn't married who has kids, it'll be the same thing as a couple who is married who has kids. A couple who's going on a date to the movies who's married is going to look like the same thing as a couple who is not married going to the movies and, on a date. So the action is the same. You understand? But see, when you're so caught up in worldly things, you don't see that. You are caught up in the illusion of separateness, of thinking this is different shit. You're thinking, oh, well, being someone's girlfriend or boyfriend is totally different than being married. Yeah, it's different in the worldly sense of all the paperwork and the bullshit, right? But when you step back and look at it objectively, it's the same shit. Now, what you got to understand is that, talking about the 2 levels again, I live on those 2 levels. My wife lives on that 1 level. So I noticed that my wife lived on that 1 level, right? And so to her, the label of marriage was important to her, right? So even though the marriage is still just a label, right? In reality, there are still things that go along with that label, right? So basically what happened was we were, together for all these years, the 5th year's coming, 6 years coming, and, we still ain't married because I'm still chilling. Now, why was I chilling and why was I laying back all those years? Why was I taking so long to get married to this woman, right? Now, the reason why was because within all those years, I was managing my situation with her, right? I was upgrading her mind. I was working with her, you understand, to mold her into the wife, if I'm going to have a wife, that I would need. You understand? Most guys are just, again, like I was saying earlier, is just fucking these girls and they end up getting these long-ass relationships just because of fucking, right? So all those years I was molding that. So now, what happened was around the 7th year, that's when I said, okay, we can make it happen, right? Now, why did I say that? Why, the 7th year, why even make the decision and do it, right? Because you guys are like, oh, but she's going to take half your shit and if it doesn't work out, right? Again, like I said, those other guys, they're just fucking the girls. So the girls haven't done anything for them, right? But let's say me and my wife, break up and she gets half of my stuff, right? Now, remember what I said that she did. She helped me with all my fucking books. She helped me with all the stuff that I'm doing. And the money and profit that I've made, right, wouldn't have been made if she was not involved in it. You understand what I'm saying? So if she was to have to take half or a percentage of whatever I'm making, it's cool in my situation. Remember, I'm talking about me personally. It's cool in my specific situation because the woman that I married actually did something to earn that half. Do you understand what I'm saying? In most other guys' situations, the woman didn't do shit and she's getting half. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is why I be telling you guys that if you are going to get married or be in some, a long-term relationship like that where you're taking it to that level, it can't just be about some chick who's, it can't just be about like all she's giving you is pussy. You understand what I'm saying? What is she doing to earn that? Now, see, and this is the thing, because you're probably asking, so if you don't care about the label, then why'd you get married and blah, blah, blah. And again, like I said, she cared about the label. I don't. So as a reward to her for being such a good partner, I'm giving you the gift of marriage to her. And again, this is me personally, because don't follow exactly what I did, because most of you guys are not in this exact situation. If you are in this exact situation with it similar or whatever, then go ahead, right? So I'm gifting her the reward of marriage, right? And if in the event that the marriage doesn't work out, let's say we break up or whatever, and she's taken some of the stuff she's taken is warranted because she helped me get it. You understand what I'm saying? So every step of the way, I'm understanding exactly what's going on. See, the reason why most of you guys don't understand, why I would be in an open relationship is because you're looking at it through the paradigm of that sort of, one level. And you also didn't know the specifics of my specific situation. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I've said time and time again, I said, do not use me specifically as an example. Don't be sitting out here, oh, Mr. Locario's married. I should get married. It's okay. No, it's not okay for you for most of you, because most of you are not going to meet the type of chick I met. And I'm not saying this to, put my wife on a pedestal and like, oh, my wife is all super special. I'm just talking facts. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking facts. I'm telling you guys about personal shit so that you understand. You understand? And see, the thing is, I just don't want you guys to be living in this illusion. This is why, I have a lot of videos where I talk about this stuff, where I talk about, the real nature of women, how women be fucking and sucking all these dudes. And a lot of you dudes still don't get it. You're like, oh, you're in an open relationship. That means you're a cuckold and all this other nonsense. Dude, if you do not realize, I probably have to say it a million times again, the same way I'll be always having to do videos about looks and all this other shit. I got to do videos to hit y'all over the head to understand this concept. Okay? The woman that you're dealing with, the girl you went out with last night, the girl you had sex with a week ago, the girl you had sex with a month ago, right? She was fucking and sucking other dudes. And in a lot of cases, she was fucking and sucking other dudes before she got to you. Literally that night. You know how I know? Because I was the guy she was sucking off before she met you. You understand? I've been in situations, not once, not twice, but multiple times, where I'm basically banging a chick out, and after we bang out, she's on her way to a date. You understand this? And this is not just me. Like, a lot of my friends, like close friends, are players, dude. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where do you think I learned all this information? It's from the experience and also the people I grew up around and also the friends that I have. We trade stories. We're in these specific situations. Listen, most of the chicks that I smashed, and I won't say most, but I say like at least I would say like 40%, 45% of the girls maybe that I smashed, right, were women that my boys already smashed. Now, some of those girls were girls that they just hooked it up, meaning that they knew the girl, they smashed it, and, they showed me a picture of her like, yo, this is some chick I'm messing with, and I was like, yo, she bad or whatever. And, she sent the chick my picture and, and my information. And the girl hit me up and want to come through and make it happen, right? Then there's other times where the fact that me and my boys was around having sex so much, we would basically be banging the girls by mistake. Meaning I'd smash a chick and I show my boy, I'll be like, yo, I smashed this girl last night. He'd be like, word? He'd be like, nigga, I hit that like last month. You feel what I'm saying? And so for a lot of dudes who's sort of square when it comes to the game, y'all don't understand this. So when I'm coming at it from this perspective, see, you think you're special. You think that, the girl that you're with is only going to be with you because you've bought into the lie. And see, the lie that women tell you, a lot of it has to do based off of a woman trying to protect her reputation. So these girls that you're dealing with, they're not going to tell you, hey, yeah, I've been fucking and sucking a whole bunch of dudes. They're not going to tell you that because most niggas can't handle that truth. You understand what I'm saying? They can't even handle it when I'm saying it. Could you imagine a chick you're dating letting you know what it is? You understand? You probably can't handle it either. And this is the stuff that I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I try to bring this as honest as possible. But see, guys who are not well versed in the game, a lot of guys who are MGTOW, you have this sort of one way of thinking. You understand? You sort of just think this one type of way about the game and about life. And so, you're sort of like missing what's really going on. You're missing the reality of the situation. You understand? Because the thing is that you're so clouded with this conditioned way of thinking, this thought process that you've been brought up in. Because let's be real, movies, media, your parents, you grew up in this society that tricked you into thinking women are this one way. That, oh, women, they're sugar and spice and everything nice. You meet a girl and, these girls aren't out here like dating other guys. No, like when you meet a girl, she's only dating you. She's not dating, you met her yesterday. Her whole life, started when she met you. That's how guys think. Her life started when she met you. She was at home knitting sweaters, and then you came into her life. You started dating her. She's only dating you. Y'all been going out on dates, and you've been on your second and third date. Everything is all peachy keen, and you thinking that, she's the only one that, you're the only one she's seeing. And then you get with her, and then now she's your girlfriend, and then you live happily ever after, or whatever it is. You understand? But you don't realize that you started dating this girl, the day you first met her, when you got her number or whatever, she already had 2 or 3 guys. You understand, that she was seeing. And she was juggling you with the 2 or 3 guys. You ever wonder why the flakiness happens so much? And I've talked about this before. Sometimes the flakiness happens because there's other niggas in the picture. Sometimes you might smash a chick and never hear from her again. Why? Because she already had a boyfriend. You understand this? So when you guys live in this illusion that you're special and that you're the only guy, or you're just some guy that the chick that you're doing, you're the only one she's doing. You're the only dick she's sucking. You are living an illusion. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. But, do your own research. Have conversations with some of these chicks. Like, have a candid conversation with a woman that, you're not really trying to get with. Let her know, look, I'm not trying to get with you. I just wanted to keep it real because, I've been listening to this guy on YouTube. His name is Mr. Locario, and he was saying this and he was saying that. And now you're going to get either one or two answers. You're going to get chicks who are going to say, oh, that's some bullshit because, again, they're still in the conditioned state of trying to save face because they don't want to look like a slut in front of you because maybe they like you, right? Then you're going to have the other girls who are going to keep it funky. You understand what I'm saying? And there's not these two different types of women that most of you guys think of. And I talked about this before. You think there's the good girl and then there's the slut. They're the same fucking person. You understand? So I just laugh when I read comments about, guys like, oh, so you gonna let your girl fuck another guy? Oh man. It's funny. It's funny. It's just funny to me. Like I'm just like, dude, that's what chicks are doing. And so, people, it's funny because people always say to me, they say, or they think that, I'm in an open relationship. Because mind you, me and my wife, we've been open basically the whole time we've been together. Because when we first were dating, when you're dating, dating is actually you being in an open relationship when you're just dating a girl. You understand that? When you first date a girl, you are in an open relationship. You are in a relationship with a woman who's also seeing other guys. And you're most likely also seeing other girls while you're dating this girl. Am I right or am I right? You understand? So then what happens is that, if you're monogamous minded, you end up closing the relationship by being with that one girl. But you started from an open relationship. So when you're saying, oh my goodness, how could you let your girl fuck another guy? I should be asking you the same thing. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with the girl that you're dating right now fucking another dude? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with, you're supposed to be going out on a date with this chick and she flakes on you. She tells you some bullshit about she's sick or her friend's coming into town. But what she's really doing is she's fucking some other dude and then she gets back to you next week. And then she fucks you. So I want to know, how do you deal with that? I'm serious. I want you guys in the comment section. I want to know, how do you deal with the woman you're dating fucking another dude? Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe you deal with it because you have your labels to protect you. Because you're going to say, well, we're just dating. We're just dating. We're not monogamous. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend. That's not my girlfriend. This is just some girl I'm fucking. Really? Do you realize that your girlfriend is also just some girl you're fucking? Do you realize that your wife is also just some girl you're fucking? This is what I'm trying to tell you. The labels don't mean shit. You're doing the same thing. The girl you're dating, you're fucking her. The girl who's your girlfriend, you're fucking her. The girl who's your wife, you're fucking her. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, this is what happens when you become aware of stuff. And let me tell you guys something. I understand if some of you guys are mad at this audio, because it's natural for you to feel a certain way about what I'm saying. And the reason why it is because and the guys who are feeling a certain way about this, it's because you're starting to wake up. And starting to wake up doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel that good because your illusions are dying right now. If you're getting what I'm saying. If you're not getting what I'm saying, then you're still confused. If you are getting what I'm saying, you're probably feeling fucked up right now. Just a little bit. And you maybe not be feeling that fucked up if you're really kind of like if you're not feeling that fucked up, you've probably gotten what I'm saying a long time ago. But if it's just hitting you, like it's just now hitting you, you feel kind of fucked up. Because I felt the same way when I started to realize what the deal was. But see, my ego couldn't handle it at first. You understand what I'm saying? My ego couldn't take it because I've been taught that, oh, you know, if you do this and you do that and you do this and all this other stuff, then your girl would never cheat on you. And oh, your girl would never cheat if she did, you know, felt this way, if she really loved you and this and this and that and all this other garbage. But, you know, and I've talked about this before when it comes to cheating is, you know, really about the person and not about you. Also, when I understood that, you know, as human beings go, we, you know, you sort of get used to a certain thing. Meaning, you're going to get used to fucking your girl, and you got to understand your girl's going to get used to fucking you. Not saying you're not going to like it, right? But you're still going to want that variety. This is why people cheat so much, right? Now, generally, women tend to sort of want to stick with lesser guys or one dude, right? Generally. Because even in my open relationship, right? My wife, a lot of times, just wants to see me. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that she could be in a situation where, like basically this is what it is. She'll check in on me. See, I'm just getting all personal today. Fuck it. Because I feel like some people need to hear this. So she will check in on me to see if I'm doing something first, or if I'm going to be out of the house, you know, either handling some business, or basically she wants to see if I'm available at a certain time. Now, if I'm available at that certain time, she wants to be with me because I'm available. Meaning I might be in a business meeting. I might be going to an event I got to talk to. I might be going to the movies, or I might even be messing with a girl. You understand? But if I'm not doing any of those things, and I'm just going to be maybe in a house watching Netflix, even if she, you know, like somebody wanted to see her or whatever, she wants to cancel all that and chill with me. You understand? But that's just like a feminine type of thing generally. But even with that, she still wants to mess with other dudes, just like other women want to mess with other guys. But see, that's the truth, right? But your ego is telling you, oh no, but if you know, she's not supposed to want to see anybody else, and if she loves you, she wouldn't do it. And then you start looking at yourself like, oh well, am I not good enough? Am I not good looking enough? Am I not having sex with her good enough? Am I not hitting it right? You know, is that why she wants to fuck with other dudes? You understand? So all those thoughts be coming in your head because of your ego. But what it really is that she's, you know, just a chick that likes to have sex, just like most of these other chicks who like to have sex. But see, when you don't come to grips with that, when you don't come to terms with that, then it's hard for you to understand. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, I just wanted to do this video. This shit is getting long as hell. I didn't even know it was going to be this long, but I just wanted to flow a little bit so some of you guys can understand what's really going on, because, you know, I've been getting a lot of emails. People are sending me all these videos, and I'm just like, God damn, like, what's really good out here? You know what I mean? So I was like, let me just explain what the hell's going on and all this other good stuff, so that, you know, you can get an idea of you know, what's up with me personally. Like, again, I said, this shit is, you know, me specifically, personally. You understand? So for all you guys out there, because I know a lot of times, you know, this is what happens when you're speaking publicly into a broad audience, right? And this is very important. I want you to understand this, and I want you to feel me on this, right? I don't want you guys to be like me, ever. right? I did a video about this the other day. This is like years ago. I did a video called "Don't Be Like Me," and basically, what you guys don't understand is that, like, you know, being out in the public, putting your shit up on YouTube and having websites and all this other stuff. What you guys got to understand is I've been doing this for almost 10 years, right? I have a combined, because I've counted all of my combined views over the years, because I've gotten my channel taken down a few times on YouTube. You know, fortunately, I haven't had it taken down in a while. So this channel that I have, Locario Fan, has been up the longest. And I thank all of you guys for actually subscribing and checking out my stuff, right? But the thing is, what I wanted to say is that being out in the public eye, there's a lot of people who they listen to the game, but a lot of people are extremely influenced by me, meaning that instead of understanding the game that I'm trying to convey, they're trying to be Mr. Locario Part 2. You understand what I'm saying? And so what I want you to understand is that what I'm teaching you guys, this is why I say the truth is inside you. You understand? Because I'm telling you to figure out your truth, right? See, even when because you know how I get on MGTOWs and all that other shit, right? I don't care if you're a MGTOW. If you're a MGTOW and that makes you happy, do your thing. You understand? Don't get mad at me or don't feel a certain way because of how I view it. You know, a lot of times I'm just asking questions because I'm just like, okay, what's the point of this or what's the point of that? Just like you're asking me, what's the point of marriage, open marriage or whatever in my situation. You understand? So I'm just letting you guys know. So if you're a MGTOW, do your thing. And if you have fun doing it, do what you got to do. You understand? If you're a guy who's, you know, a pickup artist or whatever, you want to say that's how you are, do your thing. If you're a player, if you want to be monogamous, if you want to be in an open relationship, do whatever you want to do. But this is why I'm saying where I say the truth is inside you, because it's actually about you. It's not about anybody else. It's not about you trying to be like somebody else. This is what I try to teach you guys, is that you have to figure out what you want. This is why every time when I talk about the looks subject, right, what I say is that it's subjective, because it's about what that specific person wants. It's about what they like. It's about what they find attractive. It's about what makes them happy. And the thing is, it's about what you like. It's about what you want. It's about what makes you happy. You understand? So, you know, the game at the end of the day is about you. And so this is what I teach. This is what I put out there. Right? So, you know, and you know, this video right here, you know, it's, you know, me trying to, I was like, you know, because for a long time I was like, you know, I don't really want to put my personal business out there, but I was like, you know, and there's certain things that, you know, I probably won't put out there ever, and then there's certain things that, you know, I'll put out here and there because I feel like if it helps, because I feel like what I'm talking about can help some people, so I figure, hey, let me put this shit out there. You understand? So, you know, it is what it is. But that's pretty much it. I've been talking for too damn long. Yeah, let me know what you think. And I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.